So many people in Akron, or even in Summit County or the surrounding counties, don't even realize that there are that many refugees right here in the North Hill area. When I tell people I know that there's almost 6,000 Bhutanese alone in North Hill, they go, "What?"
I always tell folks they lived in a grass shack with a dirt floor, and suddenly they're dropped in to an urban city environment and put into a public high school. It's just an incredibly different environment of where they came from.
We don't have enough freedom. We can't go so far out of our camp, refugee camp. Like if we go too far, we might step on bomb and stuff. Yeah.
Maybe having a pre-midlife crisis and realizing that I make no parking signs for a living, and I had a desire to want to make a difference in the world and have some impact. I had recognized that I'm not the guy to change the world, so I decided I was going to focus on my 2-block radius around my home and my business, and really had put blinders onto a lot of things that were happening around the world, and just chose to focus on what I could do as an individual in the community I lived in. One of the things I always do in any situation in life is try to put myself in the other person's shoes, and I've imagined myself being dropped in Nepal or Thailand or Burma, any of these countries, and how awkward would I feel standing there, looking different, dressing different, speaking a different language, not understanding the language that's being spoken. And so I do take that to heart. So over the last 2 and 3 years, these folks have become my neighbors, and I see them walking about, opening stores, restaurants. They are becoming very quickly a part of our community.
Many Nepali people are here now, so we get to meet them, talk to them, even play with them, some of Nepali guys.
You've got a great community of people who want to see a lot out of North Hill and see it revitalized and do better. And I think that mentality is continuing to grow stronger and stronger.
You got the turn up? Yeah, it better look good, bro. Better look good, bro.
Time after time, I'll walk out of my business just aggravated to no end. Within the hour, I'll arrive at the soccer field and I'll see these young men with their incredible smiles, their energy bounding all over the field, and my day is quickly forgotten.
14:45, bro. What?
Well, it was apparent pretty early on that he didn't know anything about soccer, which is fine and good. But it was also very apparent that he's a very caring person. Cares a lot about the North Hill community, also about the kids and their families, too, more than I've seen any other soccer coach care about players or kids or anything like that. So that's what stands out about him.
These guys go out of their way really to help the kids. The young men or young women on the teams, they buy equipment for them. They'll buy shoes, they'll buy socks, they'll buy shin guards, because the players don't have a lot of money. They use a lot of hand-me-downs or maybe slightly used shoes from other schools that are a little more affluent. I know some of the suburban teams have donated gently used equipment to the team.
Almost every season he gives me clothes because I don't have money to buy new one. So he gives me sometimes new, sometimes used. But that's fine. At least those works.
Coaches are just for the sport. He helps us outside the sports. I mean, if you need some shoes, he buys shoes for people. He goes to community members and asks them for help for us. So I think he's more than a coach to us.
We have definitely gone from a ragtag team that had an 0-14 season my first year to where we're a competitive team now. Teams no longer look at us as a certain win against us. We've had some very competitive games with competitive schools in the recent years, and we've brought a game to them.
Possess now. Just keep the ball. Just keep the ball. Good. You're in.
And the reason we're able to compete is because they can do the small passing. They have the nuanced foot skills that a lot of American kids just, well, it doesn't come naturally to them, and they just didn't have, proper training to learn how to do those things. We have that, so it's kind of the great equalizer.
Oh! You put your skates.
To know that I'm playing soccer, I feel so happy. Like I don't know what to do without soccer. Just stay home, sleep. That would be boring life.
We don't always get along in house. We don't live close to each other. So soccer is the only things we can meet there, play, have fun.
To me, it's not 100% about soccer. It's about assisting them to acclimate to their life here in the United States, to begin to become comfortable where they're standing, to become comfortable in the halls of North High School.
He's not just a coach. He's a like dad to us. He helped us to do good thing in life. He told us it's not about soccer to come to high school. There's student athlete for a reason. Student come first, athlete comes second.
Good, verbally give an example. Right? All right, you guys, have a great day. All right, beautiful job.
My family is important than me, so I had to think about them before me. Yeah, that's the only motivate me to go to school and trying to have a future with them.
They've got to support their families in some ways too, and they have to mature faster, I think, in that regard than most other traditional, suburban kids would have to do. So I think they have a sense of responsibility of themselves and to their family that we probably would never understand.
What I've learned from Yoba, not only Yoba, but my Bhutanese families in general, I'm just so impressed with their family values. They always look out for each other. They're just such kind, sweet people.
I want to see them mature. I want to see them take something from, the team and a sense of community and what hard work and dedication can do in their lives, not just on the field, but academically and, as they move on too, to jobs or college or whatever they want to do, that I want to instill something in them that they can take from it.
You're going to need their social security numbers, their birth dates, that kind of stuff. Yeah, well, just as you get it, we'll start putting them in. But, it's not like there's a deadline on it, especially for you, because you have time. Mostly with you, we just want to get you set up and get your password. You don't graduate this year. We don't need your parents' taxes this year. We don't need this till next year. We just want to get you set up with your password.
We should focus on our education more than soccer, because not all of us going to be famous soccer players. There's 23 people in a team. I know not all 23 of us going to be a famous soccer player. So we should focus on our school backup plan, or at least a backup plan, even if we want to play soccer. It's different. And all my friends enjoying high school, they're just having fun. And I have tons of homework and projects. I try to fit in with my friends, but it's still different, you know what I mean? I have college works and high school works together. It's hard.
This is what we're working on this week. This is definition of terms. This is just an hour.
And mostly on the weekends or Fridays, I help my dad in the store. When we came here a couple of years ago, he said he still wanted to do business. That's his desire. That's his passion. He always wanted to do business. So we opened up a Nepali store. But for now, yeah, I feel responsible. Still, I can't do much to help them. I don't have a job right now. My school is really hard. That's why I'm not taking a job right now.
what we're trying to do here is important, and you can learn a lot from that. But it's not life. Life is bigger than soccer. It's bigger than high school.
I've met several hundred boys over the 9 years, and I can stop and reflect on each one individually. They've all had an impact on me, which I hope in turn I've had some impact or influence on their lives.
You just need to take time to sit down and get to know people. You have to kind of get out of your comfort zone, which can be difficult to do because most people don't have a lot of diversity in their lives.
Okay, here we go. Who we are! Black and gold! One team! One goal!
And when you get to know people from different backgrounds and cultures, and you find we have a lot more in common than things that separate us. I mean, there's always the obvious. There might be the language and culture, but these families, they want the same thing for their families. They want the best. They want to be able to live here in peace and quiet, enjoy the freedom that the U.S. provides for them. And so I really see they're no different than us.
It is a popular program. It is a growing program. It's a winning program at North in more ways than the scoreboard.